Morning. We are up, we are ready, and we are now going to head to the hop on hop off bus so that we can head to the Colosseum. So let's go see what Rome has to offer for us today. It's been really nice. The room has been fairly quiet. Beds were comfy. Shower was a little awkward but nice and warm. So let's go and enjoy our day in Rome. We walked from our hotel to the big bus stop 1, which is about a 5-minute walk, if that, from our hotel, and hopped on the hop on hop off bus and took the bus to the Colosseum stop in readiness for our tour of the Colosseum. This is, as Mum said, apparently this was here before Marlborough Arch and the Arc de Triomphe. You can
like carvings on it.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
I see when Dad was here. Nearly 40 years ago. And there's a load of statue going up.
Absolutely incredible. We're following up.
La individualnie.
Gonna go get some pictures. A nice spot. This is a really handy little park where you get amazing views of the Colosseum, so definitely head across the bridge and then up to here. Now we need to go and find our tour. So we're doing crown tours, so they are just on.
Turn right and then we stop somewhere in the middle. We wander around the building. I'll bring you upstairs and then we leave at the opposite side.
We picked up our tour at the Crown Tours building where we checked in and were able to pick up a complimentary bottle of water, which we put into our refillable water bottles. My biggest tip in Rome is take a refillable water bottle, especially, we went in October and it was 30 degrees, so take a refillable water bottle. There are so many places throughout Rome that you can refill your water bottle, and plenty of places in the Colosseum itself where you can refill your water bottle, so make sure you stay hydrated. I drank plenty of water this day, but as you will see later on, it did not go to plan. So once we joined our tour was at 11 o'clock. We were taken down to the Colosseum through the metro stairway, as that was the quieter route. The Colosseum has so many people around it on any given day, so there are a lot of people, there are huge amounts of crowds, so just be prepared for that. Keep your personal belongings with you safe where you can see them and secure, and just be aware of your surroundings and keep being aware of your surroundings. We went through the tour group entrance, and then once we were inside, there was a toilet stop before the tour commenced, and it was a really fascinating tour. I'll link the details of our tour and the tour we did in the description, but it was fantastic. Going inside the Colosseum was incredible. Just how they did it is it's amazing, and what the Colosseum has been over time. It's been a palace, it's been, the gladiators thing, it's been so many different things over time. It really is an incredible place. So we did the arena floor, which is what you are seeing now, and then we went upstairs and walked around part of the way upstairs and got to see it from all the different angles. There is that accessibility inside the Colosseum, so when we went upstairs there are quite steep stairs taking you up, but there is also a lift option, so if you are not good with walking upstairs, there is a lift for accessibility, which is very good. It was so incredible just to see everything and sort of think how it used to be back when it was used for gladiator shows and when it was a palace, and how it actually was back then compared to how it is now.
I think it's another great viewpoint. You know what? Believe or not, if you want to have a look down, you can. Believe or not, where we have the seatings, you know, like we pointed out from the arena, remember that? Imagine, till the 1930s.
After our tour of the Colosseum, we headed to the Roman Forum. This was breathtaking, seeing all the different buildings and monuments. It really was spectacular. Be mindful, there are cobbled streets, so accessibility is limited in that regard, and if you are anything like me, watch your step and mind how you are going. So we had a wander round. There was also limited shade during this time, so be mindful of that. Wear a hat, especially in the heat of the midday sun. But we had a walk up into a viewing point where we got to see all across the Roman Forum.
She was extremely privileged, right? The best of her duty was to guard the sacred fire in the temple. So he settled down over there with all the territory. And then who came later? Tiberius. And then Tiberius at the very beginning of the 1st century, beginning of the 10th century. And then he said, no, I want to live here as well. So they built his palaces. And then who else came? And then came Nero. Trees, the other terrace that overlook the Colosseum, all right? So you can wander around and then you walk over there.
It's a nice lookout point. Oh, it's hot. It's a very good day, but it's warm. It's 30 degrees.
Wacht even, dit moet het als lustig is.
No, lo paraste. They use that themselves, right? I'm chatting on a forum, right? That's a platform where people share information. Now, exactly. So please watch the step. I would like to lead you to the smooth. Okay, carefully. This is another piece of the old road, but then...
Good evening, it is 8:15 and I am in my pyjamas. I am ready to go to bed. Today has been an interesting day, I think that's fair to say. You will have seen we did the Colosseum, the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, all very good, very interesting to see, and glad we went and saw them. We booked our tickets through GetYourGuide and we went with Crown Tours, who were really good. Our tour guide Ava was lovely, and really engaging, very informative, and just keeping an eye on everybody, which was lovely. So we did that. The tour started at 11 o'clock, so we got the bus about 9:30, went and took some photos by the Colosseum, then did our tour, and our tour lasted from 11 until I think like 2:30 almost, because it was gone 2. Yes, probably about 2:30, so a good 3.5 hours. And then we decided our plan was to walk back to the bus, the hop on hop off bus, and we would then go and find some lunch, and then we would do, so we decided after, I just had to change my camera because my phone died. So our plan was to get back on the hop on hop off bus, go to the stop by the Spanish Steps or the Trevi Fountain, and then we would find some food there and go and do those 2 activities. I guess my body had other plans, so when we were waiting in the queue to get the hop on hop off bus, I fainted, and I felt a bit unwell. Luckily there was lots of very nice people around to check on me and help my mum with me, and the people at the bus were very good at finding me some, coming into some shade and standing in some shade. I felt better after I fainted, so that's a good thing. So we got on the hop on hop off bus and just decided to come back to where we're staying. So that is right by the train station. So we got off the hop on hop off bus at the first stop where it does the loop, and then we went to a supermarket on the road that we're staying on. Went to the supermarket, picked up some fruit, some water and some Coke, some Pringles, and then we just went to one of the restaurants that is on the road as we walked down from the train station to our hotel. So we went there. Mum had cannelloni, I had fettuccine, mushroom fettuccine, and then we both had ice cream for dessert. The cannelloni was really nice, the ice cream was good, my pasta was okay, but we just come back, and then I've just been sat eating Pringles in bed. So I feel fine, I'm just tired. So the plan is I'm going to go to bed, have an early night, get hopefully a really good night's sleep, and then we are going to we've got the Vatican in the morning, so we're going to leave a little bit earlier, go and get some breakfast. So we're going to get some pastries, go and get some breakfast, go to the Vatican, walk over to Pantheon, but we're going to walk from Vatican City down, and then there's quite a nice there's an ice cream place that I want to go to, or a gelato place I want to go to. There's also a place that does apparently really good cannoli, so we want to go there too. So our plan tomorrow is just make sure we eat lots, which will make us feel much better, and then we're gonna get back on the hop on hop off bus over to Spanish Steps, and then walk back from the Spanish Steps, taking in sort of whatever we see on the way back to our hotel, including the Trevi Fountain. So that's our plan for tomorrow. But yeah, so not the day we expected today, but we had a nice time at the Colosseum. Definitely recommend. Mum was the only person on our tour who had already been to Rome and been to the Colosseum, but like she said, that was in 1985, and so you couldn't do anything really that we did today. So yeah, all really good. So I'm gonna head to bed, get a good night's sleep, and see you all tomorrow for our final full day in Rome. So good night, I'll see you tomorrow.